I've been wearing Invisible Bead hair extensions for close to 3 years, and I'm here to tell you how it's been the last 3 years, give you the full tea, the full update. How's my hair holding up? How's the extension hair holding up? All the things that you probably want to know from somebody who's been wearing Invisible Bead hair extensions for a few years now. So if you're into that, you want to know, let's keep watching. If you guys are new here, my name is Meg and I am a beauty and lifestyle content creator. I've been creating content for 15 years. I do a lot of attainable beauty, travel, mom life. I film in natural light, so if we are sunnier and darker and it is a partly cloudy day today, this is what we get. I just prefer the natural light look, and I say this in nearly all of my videos. In today's video, we're gonna do an update on my Invisible Bead hair extensions, which I will have been wearing in my head. It'll be 3 years in September, so we're in almost July now, so I figured it was time before we did another refresh of my hair. We're kind of at the end of the cycle of the life of the fake hair that I put in my head. So let me explain to this. If you're completely new to Invisible Bead hair extensions, I have a few videos on this topic. You're welcome to go click through them. I give like a full explainer, but just as a recap, it's a type of hair extension method where the hairstylist use hand-tied wefts and puts them in a weft row position in the hair, but they are stacked in a way where when you lift the hair up, you do not see any visible beads on, like those little metal beads on the scalp, on the hair, and they're very, very flexible. The whole idea behind Invisible Bead hair extensions is that there is as little tension on the scalp as possible. Scalp and hair health is a super important factor for this hair extension type, and that is the main reason why I chose it when I wanted to get my extensions in the first place. Let's talk about everything that you probably want to know. My personal timeline for having Invisible Bead hair extensions is I first had them installed in September of 2021, and it came at the perfect time for me because I was having just some really low self-esteem around my hair because I had a really bad episode of hair breakage. I suspected that my hair breakage was coming from certain supplements I was taking. It could have been the bleach that my previous hairstylist was using. It could have been a number of things when I'm looking back at that, but I had a significant breakage layer around the crown of my hair, maybe a little bit shorter than that, and it just was awful. It was so disheartening, and it just kept breaking off over and over again, and I didn't know what to do. So enter my favorite hairstylist I've ever been to, and her name is Siyan Scott. She is the co-owner of Extend Hair Studio in Houston, and at the time she was at her previous salon. Since she has since opened her own salon with another stylist, and they also have their in-house hair extension brand, which I'll mention in a moment, and it's kind of like this one-stop experience for hair extensions in Houston, and she specializes in Invisible Bead hair extensions, and she also does some other methods if you're interested in that. Siyan and I connected, and I'm so glad we did because I feel like I've had the best hair of my life since being around Siyan. In 2021, I started with 2 rows of extensions, and I cut them as the year went on, and I cycled down to 1 row for a few months in the summer, and then when the year mark was up, I got new hair, started with 2 rows, kind of cut them as the year went on, went down to 1 row in the summer, and then again in fall of 2023, I'm on my 3rd set of hair, and we put in 2 rows, and I've kind of just kept it long until the summer, and then now I am down to 1 row. And when I look back at some of my other pictures and videos of myself what my hair looked like with 2 rows when I first started, it looks like this now with 1 row. The density is the same look to me. I feel like it looks and feels amazing. My hair health has never been better. I've always had super fine hair, and yes, it is still fine. It is still thin feeling. It's still fine. I can't really change my hair texture, but what I do know is that it's healthy. It's grown. Like, my hair is as long as these extensions are. So I'm doing great. Don't feel that these extensions have caused my hair any additional damage or trauma or breakage or anything like that. They've just been a nice solution for me, and I know it's not for everyone. And I know there's probably some tension on the scalp at some points that you know, isn't the best, but at the end of the day, my hair is in better condition than when we started. And that's what I really wanted. That was my goal. So like I mentioned, I see Siyan Scott at Extend Hair Studio. If you're in the Houston area, I highly encourage you to give her a follow if you're looking for someone with some amazing experience, over 20 years in the business, is amazing with color. She's just got this amazing eye for putting this all together, the color and the extensions. It's just this beautiful masterpiece every time she does my hair, is what I feel like. Siyan and the girls over at Extend Hair Studio, they also have an in-house hair extension brand that is called Sax Ro Hair Company. They're hand-tied wefts. So, and this hand-tied human hair is sourced ethically. The women are compensated fairly for their hair. The quality of this hair is insane. I'm gonna show you a few pieces that I've actually have left from me from years past. I don't even know how old some of these pieces are, but I just wanna share with you, like, they're, you know, they're a little brassy at this point because they need to be toned and all that. They were taken out of my hair and we didn't use them again, but you can see how incredibly lightweight. This is a hand-tied weft. Hand-tied hair extension doesn't refer to the method of the hair being sewn into your head. It just means the type of hair extension that is used. And these are from Sax Ro. The quality of these, I'll take them out and just be like, how is this so silky, so strong, so smooth, all the things, and they last me a year. And some of them I'm like, I could probably keep putting these in my head, but I don't. And here's some, like a lighter piece right here that's a little bit rooted, but you can see here how incredibly lightweight the weft is. The difference between a hand-tied hair extension and a machine sewn hair extension, the top of these seams of the hair extensions are very thick and they're super bulky against the scalp. So when you stack a few of these hand-tied hair wefts on your head, they feel still very flat to the scalp, and so you have just a very lightweight top of the extension, but you have that hair density at the bottom. You know, I'm just pulling out some old hair wefts from this hair brand that I've had for a while, and these hair extensions look far more nicer when they're first used, but these are hair wefts that have been in my head for a year, you know, and this is what they're looking like at the year mark. If you are very curious about your stylist using Sax Ro Hair, or you want your stylist to buy it for you, it's not, you as a consumer cannot go and buy it, but stylists can. If you're interested, talk to your stylist about it. They will sell it to you so you can purchase it. It is a luxury item that you're going to pay a little bit more for, but the quality and longevity of the hair is unmatched. And so I want to mention, after we've talked about the hair, I want to mention what my maintenance looks like at the salon and then what my maintenance is like at home. I just want to go into a little bit of details of like what my schedule is like and how I maintain my hair. And I really love this color that we're at now. Like, I'm going a little less bleachy blonde and kind of just going very natural. I've gone away from like the heavy money piece now. We're just very rooted. We're very lived in. Just feel like it's just so much healthier for my hair. My maintenance is every, like I said, I get a fresh set of hair extensions, like new actual hair in my head once a year. So we decide what colors we're gonna go for, like what's the style, what's the vibe we're gonna go for, and then we sandwich a few different shades together. Well, I don't do it, Siyan does it. She sandwiches a few shades together to get like this nice, beautiful look. And so I actually have quite a few little very bright blonde pieces in here, but I also have some darker brown pieces as well. So it just blends perfectly for this nice shade that I'm looking for. And so we replace that hair once a year, and I get that installed, colored, styled, cut, everything that I want. And then as the year goes on, I go and get a move up every single like 8 to 10 weeks. 10 weeks is a little bit stretching it for me, but I usually time it about every 2 months is I'll get the extensions moved up, and I'll get 2 rows. And I love the big, beautiful hair with 2 rows, like in the fall and winter, early spring months. And then I get color on my hair every 4 months. So like every other visit or every 2 visits, whatever, I get color refreshed. To me, the maintenance is not that hard. Like, it doesn't feel like it's so much effort to do all of that. I feel like it just doesn't feel like a big commitment to me. But now that I've been doing it for almost 3 years now, it doesn't feel like a huge commitment. It just feels like part of my beauty schedule. As the year goes on, every 2 months, I'm moving everything up, moving the hair up. Every 4 months I'm coloring and doing a move up. And then at home, I tend to wash my hair about every 4 to 5 days. I just feel like it's really best for my hair type, like my natural hair type, to keep it healthy and keep my ends very moisturized. And then I use high quality products. I use sulfate-free shampoo, conditioner. I use a lot of like professional products. That's not to say that there aren't great drugstore brands, because there are a few drugstore products I really, really like, and I don't want to knock any affordable hair care. I just tend to gravitate more towards like Pureology. That's like my favorite. I love the Pureology Strength Cure and the Pureology Hydrate. I love Redken, stuff like that. Those are some of my favorite brands for my shampoo and conditioner. I will also list some of my favorite things in the description box of like my favorite hair products, styling things. Anyway, I am very meticulous and very, very gentle on my hair. Like, I take very good care of it because it is an investment piece that I'm wearing around every day. And Siyan will tell you that too. Like, when she does my hair, she can definitely tell that I really take care of it. And it makes a big difference because like if you're spending that kind of money, you want to make sure that you preserve it as long as you can and get as long of a wear out of your hair as you possibly can. The big question I feel like I get from a lot of people is like, how is my natural hair at the end of almost 3 years? And like I said towards the beginning of this video, is that I feel like this is my natural hair right here. Like, I'll insert some clips so you can see it, but like, it's doing great. All of that breakage layer is now this long, which it was up here almost 3 years ago. This hair right here has grown all the way down. Like, that's my breakage layer. There's some that was like, some of this stuff was like so short when we started. That is amazing. And then some of these underneath pieces, because I'm down to 1 row here, like they're the same length as my hair extensions. So I feel like it's just going so well. My natural hair is in great condition. Like I said, it doesn't feel super damaged. I feel significantly better quality than it was when we started 3 years ago. I love this length for summer because, like I said, when we get to the summer months, I go down to 1 row, and it's perfect for living in Houston when it's extremely hot. If you've watched my other videos and you're really considering invisible bead hair extensions, I highly recommend it. I'm so happy I went with this method. It's just felt like the perfect method for me that I was looking for. If you are looking to get this type of hair extensions installed into your beautiful hair, then I encourage you to go to the Invisible Bead Hair Extension website and look at their stylist. They have like a stylist directory. If there are any questions that you have at the 3-year mark that you'd like to know, please, leave a comment. And as far as the pricing goes, like I always mention this in my videos, it's so incredibly dependent on how much hair you buy, how much hair you have in your head, how many rows do you have, how much coloring are you doing, how often do you need to get your hair colored. Like, I don't have gray hair, so I don't have to cover roots up at all. There's lots of factors that play into it. I've mentioned in other videos that, it is an initial investment when you get the hair and get it all installed and then do the color. That's going to be your biggest cost up front. And then maintaining it with your move ups and then your, additional color sessions. Those are different additional costs. The initial investment is going to be the biggest cost for you. I would definitely plan for like a 4-figure investment. Please talk to your stylist. Please get on the same page so you know exactly what you're paying up front for the initial investment, and then what maintenance looks like as you get your hair moved up and additional color sessions, things like that. So it always varies based on how many rows, where your stylist is located, what hair you're using, how often do you color, do you bleach, you highlight, you tone, so many variables. This is an item that is a luxury item to have and maintain. Knowing that going in, you'll have some decent expectations. If there are any other additional questions that I can answer in the comments section, I would be happy to do that. Hopefully this was helpful to do like another little update. If you have any other questions that I can't answer, feel free to reach out to Siyan Scott. I have her contact information in her Instagram below. She answers her DMs and is very, very helpful. So feel free to just DM her on Instagram. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.